June is Black Music Month. CSB TV celebrates Black music.
So my first question for you is, when did you first establish that you were a musician?
I was born into a musical family. Sorry, musician is a hard word for me sometimes, but I was born into a musical family. All of my uncles, they play instruments. My aunt and my mom, they sang. I grew up in the church singing. So basically, since I was born into music.
What gave you I'm assuming your family encouraged you, but still a lot of people hesitate to get into the music business. So what caused you to go ahead and do it?
So I've been writing songs since probably middle school, about 12, 13 years old. And the summer of 2019, I went to California. I met with this girl, and she kind of helped me work out some kinks in the songs I was writing. And I showed my mom, just like I've been showing her every other song that I've written. And she was like, oh, okay, it's good. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go into the studio. I'm going to have somebody like record it, and I'm going to show them that this is good. And then once the demo came out, everybody was like, oh, it was a whole different story once the instruments and the whole production was put together. So that's really when my family and friends started getting behind me as far as my music career.
How did you, I'm always curious. Well, I only know my family too grew up with the music. So, and I know about studio and all that stuff because of my mother. Okay. But had they not done that, I wouldn't have the slightest clue of how you get started. And so how did you know how to get started?
I feel like Google is a gold mine today. Like, you can just type in anything and find stuff. And I was able to find, I toured with Beard Music Group out of Nashville, and they are an awesome team. They give you one set price, and they provide the musicians and the production and all that, so you don't have to go through all the hoops that the other studios do. But yeah, I just Googled them, and they look like the best fit for me.
Wow. So you kind of ruffled some feathers recently.
Yeah.
I mean, today you can sneeze and offend someone.
Yeah.
So talk about what happened and how that encouraged you, inspired you to write your latest single.
Well, I walked into the Five Below store for my nephew's birthday, I think 7th birthday. And I was like, I'm gonna buy him something cute. And they had like a little mini guitar, because he sees me trying to learn how to play guitar. He's like, I want to do it. So I was like, okay, I'll get him a guitar or whatever. Anyway, my mom was like, oh, look at this Miss Monopoly game. And I was like, oh, that's cute. And then I look at the bottom and it says, the first game where women make more than men. And I'm like, I don't know. For me, it just didn't sit right with me. And I come from, my first year of college, I went to an all-women's college, and they taught us about how different things work in different industries, and the toy industry is predominantly ran by men. So with that in my head, I'm like, a man probably came up with that statement, and it's not. People on TikTok kind of went crazy, and they're like, oh, you're against women empowerment, and I'm like, no, you have to understand where I'm coming from on this. Like, I know deeper than what, just what's on the box. So I explained that to them, and then I was like, I'm going to do research to back up my point of view. And then turns out the original game, Monopoly itself, was created by a woman, stolen by a man, and then he made all the profits and stuff off of it. And then when Monopoly released this Miss Monopoly game, they were pressured by all kind of media sources saying, are you going to give the woman credit? And they kind of just like blew it off. They're like, no, we can't admit that that she made this game, or that kind of discredits our company. So I just really enjoyed her story, so I decided to write a song about it.
Amazing. What has been the reaction to the song and the whole story behind Monopoly?
Usually when I just did a set in Nashville this past weekend, and when I sing the song, people are like, oh, okay, it's a good song. And then when I explain the story, they're like, oh, it's a great song. So people are really like getting behind the concept of the song and what it stands for. And like in the song, I say a line where like I roll the dice and start from go again, and really trying to implement Monopoly into the song.
So what has that been like? How you said you did a set? Is did you have to wear a mask? What was the seating array like? What's that whole thing? Because a lot of musicians I talk to say they're sitting home waiting, and how did that go?
It went well. The place that I play at, they have, you know, their COVID restrictions, so people were spread out. It wasn't as many people as we're used to in Nashville, but it was pretty good. The crowd was wearing a mask. Of course, on stage, we got to take off our mask or whatever, but I think that they're following COVID guidelines and really just trying to keep music and hope alive for artists like myself, because we still need to get out there and do our craft.
Are you planning or are you doing any virtual concerts?
I have one coming up on February the 15th. I can't remember who with who right now, because I've had, you know, different people contact me, but I do have an Instagram takeover concert on February the 15th.
Awesome. Awesome. So are you stuck right now on this project, or are you in the background working on new project?
Actually, this weekend on Saturday, February the 6th, I'll be releasing 2 new songs. One is kind of like a, yay, I'm in love. They're both for Valentine's Day. So one is kind of like a upbeat, I'm in love, and the other one is called Stupid for Loving You, and it's kind of downbeat. And then on TikTok, I'll be doing $100 giveaway per song. So if anybody's listening, I don't know when this is going to air, but yeah, on February the 6th, I'll post on TikTok both of the songs and do a $100 giveaway, and the last chance to enter will be on February the 13th at 8 p.m., I believe. So, yeah.
All right. This was supposed to air in, I think, April.
Oh!
But I will do, let's say, the 4th. I will air it for you tomorrow.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
So, any advice to those who are watching who don't have the encouragement or the support you had behind them as far as getting maybe not just into the music business, but any business?
Well, I mean, like I said, I was raised in the church, so my number one thing, even before my family started to see that I was serious about this, was I was like, God, you put this in my heart, like, show people that I can do this, open their eyes to see that I can do this, and really just have to have hope in yourself, believe in yourself, because the music industry is a cutthroat industry. Like, you're going to get no a million times before you get yes, and you can listen to anybody's story that's in the industry, and they're going to tell you, I heard 1,000 no's before I finally got a yes. I just listened to Ariana Grande talk about how she went to several labels, and they were like, you're not going to make it in the R&B industry. She started on Broadway. They're like, you're a Broadway artist, and she proved them wrong, obviously. So just believe in yourself. That's all you can do.
That's weird because she's not the first.
She's not the first to
Broadway artist to have an
Really?
album. Yeah, many.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know why they would think that.
Yeah, they did.
I think that's the problem with people in general. Not only do they say things like that, they always forget that someone has to be the first.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Very true.
So I'd much rather be a part of the first than be a part of the copycats. So
Yep.
I understand why people do that, but it
Yeah.
is what it is. Okay, so my last question I have for you is a fun question.
Okay.
And you can pretend, this is all pretend, you have a fairy godmother, and she says, I want you to say a name, any name. And the name this person could be dead or they could be alive.
Mm-hmm.
When you say their name, you're going to end up magically in a music studio, recording a project with this person. Who is it and why?
It's Michael Jackson. I mean, I don't think I have to explain why. He was just a creative genius. Like, I can't even get it out. I can't express how. But, I mean, I don't think anyone has matched him as of yet. So, I mean, just being able to be with somebody like that, I mean, his song could be 10 minutes and you'll know every word to the 10-minute song. And nobody else can do that. So I think that I would learn a lot just working with him and get a lot of wisdom from him.